So about to get underway. St. Pat's kicking off. The Cathedral College will receive.
Oh! Release 10, square hold. Oh, go one.
Try to work it out from their own end.
13 off the arm. Hold it out. Oh, go two. Forward.
So in handling area, we've got the dulcet tones of young Scotty. How are you, mate?
Oh, I'm stoked, mate. It's been a great week.
Fantastic. And, well, there's a big crowd here for this game between St. Pat's. They did a great job on Monday night and on the outside field. This is a semi-final. Winner of this goes through.
Yes, mate. It's this is a real grudge match. These teams play each other often in the Aaron Payne Cup. Obviously, Aaron Payne Cup now not the same anymore. That's only the Mackay and North Aaron Payne and the Rocky Schools in the Dolphins Cup for the first time. So these sides haven't met each other since Aaron Payne Cup last year.
So St. Pat's through there forward with Watts, and Watts gets a big shot, does Watts, but he gets away from it. There's a little man on big man there as Winnie was the tackler. Nowhere to go there for Thorpe. Gets stuck with the footy and slammed on his back, so they've lost some metres here. St. Pat's, 25-minute halves, no stops, unlimited interchange. As we see them try and work towards their 20. Last tackle now here for St. Pat's. Options left and right. They go to the Harry Thorpe. He gets challenged a little bit. That's going to come down nicely. It's play on. It's batted back. Still should be the last. 6 to go, says the referee here. So St. Pat's has got an opportunity here to score early. They drive forward, 5 metres short of the try line. Matua Brown, the tackler. Dummy half here now is Kerrick goes himself, trying to get across the try line. The defence is standing up there, and they hold him up there through Winnie. To the left they go. Trying to straighten the play and get through there is Levy Love, but he's going to be denied from the Cathedral defence, led there by the opposite number 8 in Seabold. To the left they go. It's with Purdue. Short ball. Flying onto there is Kai Simon, and Simon will be denied by about 5 metres. A good tackle here from Martin. The number 7 now. Purdue for the try line. Tries to get there. He's denied. I think his head got over the line, Scotty, but not the footy, and that's what matters.
Close.
Everybody wants the ball to be played. He's come off the line. The referee says play on. It's in the hands of Thorpe. There's 2 Thorpes out there. Cut-out ball has to go on. Is Bo Jones. And Jones will come down short. Tackle there and a good one there from Sierra.
TCC.
So far, so good. Still a couple of tackles to go here because the 6 again, he's going to have a kick here. It's been played out and pulled down now by Cathedral College. Good defence from Cathedral College there, Scott.
Yeah, they're just both feeling each other out. Obviously, St. Pat's there probably didn't show a lot of patience there in their set. That probably wasn't showed they want to run. Great scramble from TCC, though.
And they work it out from their own end. 10 half now. He's demeaned and gets picked up and driven back to where he came from, so no metres gained there. In a little bit of a bunch here at Cathedrals, they try to find their way out. They're still inside the 20. That's the 3rd tackle, driven sideways. Finally falls down underneath the weight of the tackler, Levy Love. Dart from dummy half, and this is probably what they need to do to get out from their own end zone. They do so with a run from dummy half, the winger in Winnie. Throws it back. It's the last tackle, so it's the 20-metre line. It's going to go end over end. Should let it go, and he does, and that'll be a changeover on the 40.
There's a decent breeze here for TCC, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do kick early. Bailey Anderson getting back there, letting that go into touch. Yeah, both boys will be fired up today, John. I know that there's a lot of feeling in this one here, and both desperate to make a Shield final. St. Pat's haven't made a Shield final since 2003 when they won it. It's been a long time between drinks. TCC, I think, were in a final against Icky Park in 2019. Was the last time they made it. So I know the St. Pat's boys got a video message. Yeah. Got a video message from the State of Origin skipper this morning. Daly Cherry Evans sent old St. Pat's old boy sent a message through of support. So they'd be loving that.
Turn up, wouldn't want. Yeah, it's not that far. Not doing anything. Matthew Watts there with the tackler. Sally Cherry Evans. Still probably a little bit sore from Sunday night.
Yeah.
Internally and externally.
I'd say so.
Purdue puts a wobbly kick. It's taken
Yes.
nicely on the far side there by Ryder Huth, and he'll bring that to ground. 15 out from the try line, so it's a game of chicken. But we seem to be looking to the right-hand side of the screen a fair bit here, Scott. It's all St. Pat's.
Yeah, considering that wind, it's a fair effort there. They're winning the battle of territory at the moment.
Well,
And they probably have a slight size advantage, I'd say, with Big Watts and the second row of Doherty.
When he comes up with an error. So, yeah, well, for the whole carnival, to be honest, I don't think the breeze hasn't. The only time the breeze has really favoured anyone is actually because of a line dropout, because we've seen players score a lot of tries because they haven't kicked it on the last, because of that reason, running out from the northern end. They've kept the ball in hand, or they've kicked early, end over end, because the wingers are up, which has been good play.
Yeah, that's right.
And I find that the breeze hasn't really helped that much. And also with kicks in play, the ball hangs a little bit longer, and the chasers are allowed to come through and put some heat on the catcher.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So the kicking in, sometimes kicking into the wind here.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of footy here. We call it the Far Beach Doctor. That's Far Beach over the back there.
Yeah.
And when you're bowling a southeasterly, if you know how to use it, running into it can be more of an advantage than running with that wind. In fact, it actually ends up going out the full a bit down the other end because it gets pretty strong. So.
Totally agree. So, certainly some effort put into these tackles here as he tries to get to his feet now. There's Matthew Watts. His prop forward teammate has a go at the line now as Levy Love, and so the 8 and the 10 getting through their work as you expect. 25-minute halves, they go to the left-hand side. Going back to the way the ball came was Henry Thorpe, and Thorpe is almost across the chalk. Defence here from Cathedral hanging on only just here. Market defence comes out quickly, and they paid for it as he gone over and scored the try. I think the referee's going to say no.
And he's lost that.
20-metre restart.
Yep.
Well done, Cathedral, in defence there on their own line, and they've been doing it for most of this game. Had a tap restart. Ryder Huth. He got about 10 metres and had a look at the referee say, can I keep going? And yeah, go for your life. He's winning now. So they're using these smaller players here to get some quick and cheap, easy metres. Centre of the park they go. Forwards passing it in the middle of the park here, driving over the halfway line. The tackle there is Liam Doherty.
Just notice that Pat Valla's on the field there. He's starting there today in the number 18. I'm just trying to pick who was started on the bench there for St. Pat's.
There's a lot of them. 6
in the middle.
Kavanagh will get up and play it. Now with Aidan Lane. Tony Martin, the coach of Cathedral College.
Yeah, it's great to see Tony get involved in school footy. I think his young fellas out there. And Mick Busby, long-term coach. Now he's the manager. Hand the reins over to the experienced Tony Martin.
Former Storm player.
Yeah, premiership winner, was he, John?
Yeah, with Matty Guy,
Yep.
So there's an error here, and
Arthur's got the ball.
they come up with an error, unfortunately, Cathedral College for the first real threatening attacking raid on St. Pat's try line. So they'll run it out from their own end. Gets a pop pass here. Wasn't quite ready for it. He's going to make some metres. That's Thorpe. I think there's a couple. There's a Harry and there's a Henry Thorpe.
Yeah, identical twins, mate. There is a sneaky little way to tell the difference if they're side by side, but it's taken me years to work it out. One's got a small, tiny mole you can't hardly see on his chin now. Just keep looking at their chins. See which one I'm talking to. But both fantastic kids, both off to the Raiders next year.
We're lucky we're not playing shirts and skins. All sorts
of
that's right. Stuff from dummy halvers. Kurzik, he's been good, Kurzik.
Kerisk, it is, yeah.
He was great the other day.
Yeah, I've probably been St. Pat's best this week.
Last tackle. Puts a kick in. Has he been interfered with in back play? No, says the referee, because he actually got through. How did he say it? Kerisk.
Kerisk. Yep, Kerisk. Okay. He's Dad Ben's one of our gold sponsors, actually Guardian, one of our gold sponsors of the carnival. So, and he's a former Rocky Brothers player himself, and Mackay Brothers, Ben. And the young fella Xavier's in the Queensland Under-19 emerging squad with the TCC fullback Matua Brown.
As you mentioned, mate, you're part of the army of workers here at BB Prince Stadium. There's this crowd we got here, similar to a Host Plus Cup size crowd.
Bigger.
There you go.
Bigger, mate. People love school footy, don't
they?
And I guess, the Cutters are doing quite well this year, starting to get a few wins together. So I'm sure we'll see some bigger crowds heading forward. But yeah, TCC doing well at the moment, John. A good kick chase there, working good kick, getting past Shears, the fullback, and pinning St. Pat's now down their own end.
They've had it all their own way so far. Have St. Pat's here, but now they need to grind it out without any mistakes.
Big Simon.
Kai Simon, he was outstanding. Also on Monday night, the referee's trying to get them back on side, back the other way.
Yeah, Kai Simon's...
there it is. Referee played the advantage.
Yeah, Kai Simon, one of the biggest schoolboy centres I've seen. And St. Pat's had their in-house athletics carnival the other day. Apparently he's about 2/10 of a second of breaking the age record too. So for a big boy, he's got some wheels.
Less steps to the line. That's Patrick Vella. That always helps. He should have at the triple jump. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, I think they still do triple jump.
Yeah, okay.
I wasn't much of a triple jumper myself.
No, I was never coordinated to get the right leg of the kick going. He's a dart from dummy half and a good one there from Keris. Keris still driving. There's a bit of a argy-bargy with Zach Bryce there, but he's come down 21 metres out from the try line. They got a back line out to the right-hand side. They come that way. The prop forward goes for a charge, and it's Levy Love. And Levy Love is going to be pulled down. They're 15 short right in front of the uprights here at the southern end. Flat ball. Thorpe goes himself. Thorpe runs into a bit of traffic. He's going to be grabbed by Zach Bryce.
Yeah,
just
playing within themselves at the moment, St. Pat's. Probably not pushing that extra pass. It's not a bad thing. It's just until they get their mojo. But it's
last tackle.
Great effort from Kobe Arthur.
You could hear the crowd go.
Flew high.
Up there, Gazalian. He just wasn't high enough. Good kick, though, in the end. And I think that might be a 20. We're just going to see what the referee says. It's going to be just a changeover.
Change over the knock-on, is it?
Yep, right where it is. So that will be 90 metres to get out their own end. Still 13 minutes to go. We've got the scoreboard clock going here. 0-all's the score, as you'd expect.
Another great semi-final in the Shield going over on Field 2 at the moment, John. St. Brendan's Ignatius Park. They haven't got the scoreboard going over there. Oh, they do. Might be able to peek underneath the advertising signs to get a look at that. But there'll be a lot of people watching the live stream on that one without the dulcet tones of John Devine. Won't be quite the same. But that's another lot of history between those two sides as well.
Who we got over there?
Ignatius Park and St. Brendan's.
St. Brendan's,
yeah.
So Brendan's obviously still have the scars of 2019 after Padua came from 18-0 down to level that one and was a count back on tries.
You couldn't believe what I was seeing that day.
I'll never forget. I mean, I did 38 games that week, and I've done probably 30 this week, and that one still stands out for me. And then Padua come over here again this week and grind out a 16-0 draw with a kick to come, and they were down, I think, maybe 16-4 at one point in that one. They came from behind. So never give up. As you see Cathedral try and run it out here. So 38 minutes to go. Yeah, mate.
That's a beauty of school footy, John. It's completely unpredictable. It's in its purest form, and kids playing for their school colours, and anything can happen.
It's not the last yet. St. Pat's have to hang on. Now it is the last. Just trying to see where their halfback is. He's going to run it, puts a kick in. That's been played out. Has it come off a hand? It has, so that'll be another 6 more here to Cathedral.
Yeah, pressure building on St. Pat's here by TCC.
But I've said it all along, Scotty, is the fact that whether it's under 8s or Origin, there's two sides going at the hardest, the best they can to get a result and to get a win.
That's right.
Okay? Whether and you don't know who's going to win and you don't know what's going to happen. And look, sure there are favourites, sometimes there's boilos, but at the start of the game, it's anybody's ball game, and if you're playing your best footy, you get good footy.
That's
so
right.
It doesn't bother me too much whether there's a...
No, these schools both be very well prepared. Both two very good coaches, Tony Martin, obviously TCC, and Michael Comerford, who's worked with Camo for a long time and part of the Cutters outfit up here.
Is that man Winnie?
It's Winnie, yep.
Tries to put a fend on here, but Bo Jones will have none of that. He just face plants him into the BB Print Stadium turf. Now with Bryce. And Bryce will find the same treatment, lose the footy, backwards, play on, says referee. I don't understand what these players do, and they seem to be looking at the referee to get some guidance, play the whistle. Sort of a stop there. It's almost like Gunslinger walked into the saloon there for a moment. As we see Kavanagh. Kavanagh still trying to go through his Kavanagh. You can hear the crowd screaming and willing the defence to pull him back into the field of play. They do so. They go to the right-hand side with Fisher. Goes back the other way. Crawls, tries to get through there to Fisher. Tackled by Levy Love.
The big
Flat
fella
ball.
there.
Goes over, he scored the
He's
try, and Ashton Saunders comes up with a 4-pointer right in front of the sticks.
Ashton Saunders, just the pressure building there on St. Pat's. It's just the defensive line still scrambling from that tackle just before, and just diving at the feet there of that A defender. And TCC opened the account here at BB Prince Stadium on the Fergus Instructions Field 1.
And still, it's 6-0 over there to... Who's on top?
I think it's Iggy Park on top there, mate. 6-0 to Ignatius Park.
Well, they scored about 170,000 points to 4, I think.
Something like that, yeah. They're a big side, and I think when you get to the top 4, it starts to even out a bit, but in the pool games, they're quite dominant.
So here, a lot of clapping here, a bit of a crowd favour is number 16, Ernest Walker. Looks like coming on here for the Cathedral College.
All right, guys, so we got 8 to go, 8 and a bit to go.
So Keris and Levi Love coming off for a spell for St. Patrick's, and must be Ethan Van Kirkwick will come on. Actually, I'm not too sure. Possibly Henry Thorpe might move into the 9 position by looks of things. And Big Hudson Galilee is a tall drink of water.
Got the spirit figures happening in the
Yeah.
crowd here from
The TCC crew.
yeah. Conversion is successful. I wait for the flags to go up because I've seen a few that have been up and down.
Yep.
Restart, about to get underway here for St. Pat's. 6-0 with that conversion.
It holds up in that wind, doesn't it?
It does. It gives chasers a chance to get down there. Good defence here led by Matthew Watts. Gets some help with Kane Smith.
Yeah, Kane Smith on the field now. He's one of the youngest players in the side. Probably just gone 16. Recently contracted the Cowboys as well. There's a lot of potential, Kane Smith. Just brings that energy around the ruck. Not the biggest middle forward you'll see, but more of the Reuben Cotter mould, you might say. Yeah. You know, just that tenacity in defence. So he'll bring that energy.
There was another player who was good when he came off, but he's out there now, is Hudson Galilee.
Yeah, big Hudson Galilee. He's about 6'5". Tall drink of water. You see him next to the referee there.
Where do they get these kids from? Like, I feel like Gulliver sometimes. Believe it or not.
I haven't had a bigger side.
Here we go, chance. Oh, he's got a power. Oh, can he get it back? Oh, batted dead in goal. Try-saving tap there from Toby Bateman. Oh, let the footy bounce and...
We're just went over. Shears has come in a little bit further. Just once again, like you said, with that wind, John. You know, sometimes it's not... it just makes it unpredictable, and it just went over his head by the time he come through. The kick chase was fantastic, and luckily got a high bounce at St. Patrick's because it was about to be 12-0.
So the footy can do, you're spot on, right under the 6.
I'm glad I put extra in those balls this morning, can I say, John?
That's all right, and rolled the in-goal area. That's make it a little bit harder. So could be a turning point.
11.
Moments of a game. Here's that man, Matthew Watts. Jeez, he's been strong, Matthew Watts.
Oh,
Gets the
massive.
offloaded. Here he goes now. Is that Scaletti I was talking about? Galetti's going to be pushed back. He got centimetres over the halfway line before he's driven back into his own territory. A dart from dummy half here from Henry Thorpe. And Henry Thorpe looking for a quick play the ball here. And there's going to be a player in the way. It's going to be Shears. No look pass from Purdue onto Doherty. Doherty rolls over the 30, and that's a changeover, is it?
No, I think she's holding up play there for the injury, back play. The one the TCC boys are down at the moment. No time off in Contre.
Only for the final. Here's this kick here, Scotty. And I'll tell you what.
Just a bounce.
He had it. Still had it, and then batted off by Bateman.
And probably a little bit unlucky there on the call. As touch and go, the referee had to make a call one way or the other.
Could have been a line dropout, you're right.
But I think she did a pretty good job there. You go either way with that one.
How good is it to have a female referee for a Confro semi-final?
I think it's fantastic, and having the confidence out there. She's got, I don't know her, I don't know how old she is, but, a bunch of 17, 18-year-old men, and she is controlling that game beautifully and hasn't put a foot wrong, so it's great to see.
Well, I can remember seeing Belinda Sharp do a semi-final pre-season competition about 8 years ago, and my goodness, she certainly stamped her authority on that game pretty early, and so far, it's been a good outing so far. Last tackle on the kick goes in the air here.
Bailey
Takes
Anderson.
it away, goes and
Bailey Anderson is away.
Try time. Crowd goes up. Anderson goes, and he scores a try.
He's got it. Bailey Anderson.
And Bailey Anderson will score the first points here for St. Pat's College. He scores in the corner, flies high above the pack here, spins and turns, has to put a fend on, puts the fend on there on Winnie. And he goes over and scores the first points here. And we've locked it all. 6-4, kick to come. Oh, it's got the crowd out of their seat. Outstanding. Ignatius Park still leads 6-0 over on that far field. So you put the ball in the air, you fly, you challenge it. And he comes up with 2 points. Unfortunately, he's a little bit wide here. What can you tell me about the kicking ability here of Kai Simon?
What can I say? Rocks and diamonds, John.
Like all goal kickers?
Like all,
Unless you're Hasman O'Murray?
Yeah, that's it. But Bailey Anderson, great try there. Recently caught the attention of the Melbourne Storm, and they've put him in their development program for the next couple of years going forward. He's a good young fella. His mum's a good friend of ours, and it's great to see Bailey, and obviously you can see what the Storm's seeing him. Not the biggest winger going around, but plays with plenty of speed and aggression and attacks that ball. You've got to have a go in these games. They're not long games, and you've got to take your chances. He did that time.
You talk about the triple jump. How was his high jumping there? It was just off the left foot, and he obviously, like you and I, hasn't got as much to take into the air.
No, that's
it. He did a good job. Here's a strike, and it's going to come back. Look, scored. The crowd will tell a story. No.
Just short, yeah, into that breeze. Tough kick from that side of the field, but had the right idea, Kai Simon.
Haven't seen too many actually go through there. Actually, I don't think I've seen any come from this side.
Yeah, she's
the
tough
other
when,
side, yes.
When the southeast is blowing there, but 6 points to 4. Yeah, great work, Bailey Anderson.
It's a good fend on Winnie there. Winnie had the arms out. Didn't try to go underneath the fend. Everybody's learning. 6-4, though. They're still behind by 2. 2 minutes remaining. Cathedral coming up slowly to restart.
Yeah, both teams probably looking to get that break. It's been hectic so far this game.
Good.
The TCC have done very well. They
look out. Oh, has it gone? Yes, it has. They looked at the touch judges and they swung their neck around. It might have been even a bit of whiplash to see what the touchy was going to say.
That's the worst way to ensure it goes out. He's sent a foot behind the try line, hoped it hit his legs, and luckily it did. Look at this. Oh, dearie me. Bailey was in two minds that time, but he got there a big Watts there, struggles out of the tackle there, gets his front.
90 seconds to go here. Can they get a lead on with this final stages of the first half, semi-final number 1? Go the blind side.
Big Galilee.
He's strong, that Galetti.
Yeah, it's just because he's a big target. Sometimes get underneath him and to drive him back a bit. But Thorpe's been strong so far.
Good tackle around the ankles there, coming from the Cathedral player.
Purdy. Great footwork, Purdy.
Tries to get through the big men. Winnie's telling people to come out that side. It's going to be picked up a good grab there in the end by Biles. And Biles will... And the Cathedral side will work that out from their own end. Try and wind down the clock. No errors here.
13, 15, square, and hold. Go 2.
Slow play the ball, so they're both going to go to sheds with a try apiece, with just the one conversion being the difference.
Go 3.
Winnie.
All right, out to
Tackle over top there by Galletti. Oh, good contact there. I think that might
He's
have been
dropped
Henry
that.
Thorpe.
Probably not enough time there to do much with it, though, John, and that's going to see us into the break.
A couple of the boys coming together here just to say, what are you having for lunch? And that will be half time. And we have a ball game, 6 points to 4.
Yeah, great semi-final, John. 6 points to 4. It'll be a short half time, and both coaches will probably have some instructions. St. Pat's will get the win in the second half.
Try to Ashton Saunders in the 15th minute, and then Bailey Anderson with that try 4 minutes from half time here for St. Pat's. We have a scoreline 6 points to 4. We'll have the second half coming up very, very shortly. Confraternity 2022 back soon.
For me, it's an opportunity to learn without restrictions.
It's the coach I need to always improve my game.
It's being a brother to another.
It's the chance to perform at my highest potential.
It's understanding the importance of our historical community.
So what can St Edmunds do for you?
We are
Men of faith.
men of learning.
Men of humility.
We are
Men of action.
We are
We are
We are
We are St. Patrick's College, Shorncliffe.
We see you working hard, juggling, dreaming, climbing. We see your ambition, your dedication. We see you gaining confidence in our spaces and on our screens. Yeah, we see you doing more and going further. With CQ University Australia, it's time to be what you want to be.
Well, it doesn't get any better than that. 6-4 scoreline at Cathedral over St. Pat's, with just the conversion being the difference. Been end-to-end stuff. Scotty McSherry joins me.
Yeah, it's been a great game so far. A few little errors creeping in, but that's what you expect when you play this sort of intensity. Both teams, you know, this is a highlight of their year, John, and I know they play other competitions in school footy, but Confro means the world to them, especially the grade 12s. You know, this will be their last, and so they're getting close. One of these teams will bow out of the race for the shield after this game, so there'll be plenty of feeling in the second half, I'd imagine. Got an old boys function on tonight, St. Pat's old boys function, so a lot of people have flown into town. So they've got a big crowd, big following here, St. Pat's.
Yeah, we had Troy Ravelli on before. He's come up for that just quickly. He'll go back tomorrow because he's got North versus Wynnum, the Indigenous round there at Bishop Park.
Yeah, he does. It's great having Ravs up here. He's coached St. Pat's to a triple crown in 2000, 2001 and then 2003.
Ooh, one across the mush. And
it's also great to see legendary coach at St. Pat's, Mickey April's in here to do. Mick's getting on in years, and his health is a challenge for him at the moment. So to come down this time of day in the cool, this isn't easy for Mick, but he coached the boys from 1987 to about 1996 and won 5 Confraternity Shields, Mickey April. And he's absolutely loved by the boys, and he came out to say a few words to them last week at training too. So even the young fellas, he's still passing that legacy on.
So it was 5 on a trot.
Yeah, 5 on the trot, 88 to 92.
Yeah, there you go.
Troy coached some outstanding players like Wendell Saylor and Brett Dallas and a few other ones.
All right, well, St. Pat's is starting to pepper the line again. That's the 20. Quick hands through the hands. Here he goes, fullback and shears. They got a deep back line. Doesn't go to the prop forwarders in the way there. They go a cross-field bomb here. We know what they're like about flying high.
Kobe Arthur
scores a try.
Great leap from Kobe Arthur. He's not the tallest winger, John, but I tell you, he got some air that time. Great kick from Purdue.
These guys have got wings.
Jackson Purdue with the kick across and Kobe Arthur.
So takes the score out 8 points to 6. They lead now. So with the Kickton come, 8-6, 22, well, just under 23 minutes still to go in this final. The referee's calling out the skipper from St. Pat's. Obviously something she saw and make the boys aware of. As we see this conversion being lined up here by Kai Simon. Didn't get the first.
No, you're right. Yeah. All right, so I think we just got to really stay on top of any niggle. Obviously, like, they're starting to get a little bit of pain in there.
Should be an easy kick from Simon this side.
Oh, you said it. Not me.
He's got the wind. Yeah, probably the natural side for a right footer.
Well, he's got it pointed right at that right upright. It all depends on how hard he hits it.
I've been around school footy for a long time, John. I've got to say, we don't actually, not many people practice goal kicking. Some kids have got it or they haven't got it. And probably we should get to these games. You probably think.
Bends it back in, Thurston style.
You probably think we should probably spend a bit more time on the goal kick. But anyway, it's 10 points to 6 now. St. Pat's with the lead.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're right. Probably come out here, especially in windy conditions, to have a few place kicks. You don't have that opportunity to a degree here at Confro because there's a quick changeover between games and perhaps early in the morning because the breeze doesn't differ a lot from first thing in the morning to the afternoon with the, what doctor is it?
The Far Beach Doctor.
Far Beach Doctor?
Yeah, the Far Beach Doctor.
Is it here all day, isn't it? It's not like the Fremantle?
Yeah, it's all day, mate. In the summertime, not footy, so it's obviously cricket season, but we get a pretty strong northerly. Which makes it pretty warm and humid up here. But in the wintertime, definitely that southeasterly is the one that sort of cools things down and often can bring a few showers. We've been blessed this week, John, with the weather. This forecast is coming tomorrow afternoon. I'm hoping it's after 3 o'clock.
So blindside they come, show and go here, but the defence comes across there from Ethan Boswood. Carish.
Yeah,
Galetti the line, yeah, mate.
I think Karras, his control around the ruck there, dummy half, could be the difference. It's good to see Matt Watts running with some purpose too. He's a massive human being, but he's sometimes I think can play within himself a bit and runs with the rest.
We can't believe that. That's right. A Huth falls down,
Great
gets back
work
to
from
his
Huth.
feet and gets up and catches it on the full.
It's good work from the back three there too. Just getting him out of trouble. St. Pat's kick chase. No, they're a bit flat-footed that time, but TCC making good ground here.
That Winnie, not much to him, doesn't mind taking on the big men. Here's Martin. They're just short of halfway by 9 metres. Has to wait for that pass there. It's Kurt Fisher.
The St. Pat's players down the back play there.
Last tackle, so the referee let that go before stopping play. We'll wait for this one to be run back into the line. And that'll be it. I'll just stop it briefly with the player down in back play here for St. Pat's.
It's at the 6 there, Harry Thorpe.
Have a look at this. He falls over. Gets back up.
That's great. Great work from Ryder Huff.
If I'd have fallen over, it would have taken me about 2 hours to get back up. That's just agility at its best.
It's coming off. Got a bit of a knock there. I think that is one of the Thorpes. Definitely one of the Thorpes. I think it's the 5'8". Once you turn around, I can't see the mole in his face here, John.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Harry Thorpe has had some issues with his shoulders. Going into this carnival, he seems to have a bit more issue there. Yeah, let's turn around and see which one it is.
Plenty of troops.
It's actually Henry Thorpe, the captain.
There you go. But anyway, give somebody else an opportunity, and there's certainly plenty of cattle to call upon. It's Matthew Watts again, and Watts running wide. Kavanagh the tackler. Goes back the other way there. There's Kerish. What can you see over there, mate? Still
6-0, Del. You see it's a tight game.
Oh, there's a hit of a knock on at the back there. Notices the referee. Play on, coming through here. Fly high again. This time it's knocked on. No, the referee says knocked back, so running away with his Angus Gabriel. Gives it off now to Ryder Huff.
Yeah, great hands there from Gabriel, and picking up there to Huff. Under the pressure there from Arthur coming through, and just got away from him, and good yards up the field there from TCC.
Oswald
trying to get out of trouble.
Here's Winnie again. Do yourself a favour. Oh, he gets absolutely poleaxed there from Bo Jones. I was just going to say to Winnie, do yourself a favour, mate, and run away from those big guys. Here he goes again, steps back towards the forwards. Well, luckily he's only a couple of backs there to pull him down. The centre three-quarter there, and Bo Jones along with Bailey Anderson. Kavanagh. Now it's the last. Martin, that's a torpedo. That's going to go over the top of everybody. Here's the bounce. Who's coming through? It's going to be taken in there by Kai Simon. 10 metres.
Yeah.
Well.
Gratuitous. Offside TCC. In front of the kicker. Didn't stay out of the 10. That's a very good call, actually, from the referee. He was significantly behind the play there, Martin.
Have a look at some of the highlights, and that's a spinning tackle. Here's this taking the deep here.
Probably Kobe Arthur lucky to not be caught offside in that play too, John. But
dangerous play to throw that ball back inside, but nonetheless, we're back live. Here's with Kai Simon.
Yeah, strong one there from Simon.
It's only half an hour. Jack Clark.
Yeah, Clark's on the field. He'll get a bit of a run here for a bit and give the other guys a. Great to see Jack Clark out there. Actually, he's one of those kids. He's always aiming for a spot. Sometimes misses out. Sometimes getting there. He just works hard, and great to see he gets to play first set in for St. Pat's this year.
And Desi Jones with his first carry as well, effective. They go to the right-hand side, cut-out ball that finds Bo Jones, and Bo Jones will be pulled down, 18 out from the try line, 10 in from the far side here, BB Prince Stadium, semi-final day here, Confraternity 2022, and charging through is Liam Doherty. Liam Doherty looking for another. He'll go himself, Liam Doherty. And Liam Doherty will score the try. He bounced off one or two, did Liam Doherty. Spun around and found he was unchecked and continued on to the try line. So he's 15 metres out here. He runs into his opposite there in Bailey Kavanagh. And then all of a sudden, spinning and turning, pirouetting, and over he goes and scores what could be the game-breaking try, or the try that might see them go to the final. 14 points to 6 with the kick to come for Kai Simon. 15 minutes remaining on the clock. Brought to you by CQ University. One of the major sponsors, along with Struddies.
All right, so we've got 14 to go. Just keep giving me those numbers that you need to work with. So obviously late and a half, they've been quite confined on that 10.
Red corner bringing you all the live action around the fields, all 6 fields. You'll be able to watch those games when you get back home here from Confro, if you're here, or if you're watching from home. You can check out all the fixtures, and at the moment there's an absolute ripper going on as well over there between Ignatius Park.
Yeah, as much as I'm into this one, John, I'm just really feel I'm going to have a talk to the management committee. I think we've played Shield semi-finals consecutively rather than at the same time, because that'd be a cracker over there. And the thing about like Iggy Park, they have a very strong side, big forward pack. But what I love about St Brendan's, and I've tried to still that in our kids at St Pat's, but it's hard. It's just that boarding school mentality, the brotherhood they have, and they're never ever beaten, St Brendan's. And Scotty Minto, the coach over there, he's a wonderful bloke, and he'll have him up and going. So they might be outsized over there, but it's game on.
Conversion successful again. But I've seen games here today. St James's was one of them. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but sometimes they adapt these small plays and they go wide or quick darts from dummy half, and that allows quick play of the ball here. That ties them down. I think the side they were playing against was Chisholm against St James. St James had big guys, but they decided to throw the little men around and then throw it wide, and they just wore them down.
Yeah, it's that's what I love about Confro. John, been coming for 10 years, but following it for most of my life. You watch these schools, they mightn't be rugby league schools, but they get some good people around it and coach kids to play.
He's lost that.
He has lost that. Yeah, coach kids to play. No, it's a penalty. It's a strip. You might get a replay on that one, mate. And I love watching Division 3 games. I watched a game the other day between St John's Roma and Xavier College from Harvey Bay, playing off positions in Division 3, and I had to go over there because the parents were getting quite vocal. And so I went over there and sat there for a bit and
got vocal yourself.
Yeah, it does. Wasn't that one? It's Clark. That's live now. So I was looking at that thing on my replay, John. I'm still out of practice, mate. Anyway, just the passion they play for their school colours, and you know, a lot of the school footy you watch around these days is like the Langer or the Aaron Payne Cup, and it's at top level. You know, it's almost younger blokes version of the NRL, but I love watching these other schools just give their all in this carnival. Another good run from Doherty.
16-6 is a scoreline. Another try, you'd think it's a bridge too far for Cathedral. It's the last tackle. Chase is coming through quite quickly on Purdue. That's going to go end over end. Oh, has to reach for the sky. How many times do you see the footy roll end over end? Just as it gets to you, pops up, and you've got to try and reach for the sky, and it's going to be a knock-on.
Knock-on to, played out by St Patrick's, I think. I think they'd take that at this particular time and work them over in defence down here. Yeah, it's... listen, John, one thing I just want to shout out while I've got an audience is just the fantastic support I've had from the ground staff. We're actually looking at 3 venues here. I don't think people understand that. So we've got what we call our Fergus Builders Field 1. It's BB Print as it's known. This is owned by Mackay Regional Council and Home Mackay Cutters. The fields 2, 3 and 4 owned by Rugby League Mackay District, and the groundsman over there, Rob, he's been sleeping in the swag in his shed trying to get the fields ready for us for the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
And then over the back, Souths Juniors there at Abbott Park uses field 6. Just the support they've given. They didn't have to do this for us. They've gone, the money that we've been able to give them hasn't even scratched the surface of what they've actually spent. So I'm just very appreciative to these places allowing us to have this carnival provide experience to these kids and just a top quality venue.
Join forces and you get a great carnival.
I think they all had belief in what was coming. They all know about Confro, and they know it's going to be great for the town. And yeah, very grateful, mate.
26 years is a long time ago.
Yeah, so
you'd only just been in primary school then.
Mate, I was living in Brisbane at the time. Wasn't a school teacher back then. I was living down there for a couple of years, but I missed that one. But I was a school kid in 1987, the first one they hosted.
There you go.
And you wouldn't believe it now. This is just a massive paddock. There was that 2-store building over the far side. That was it. There's 2 footy fields here. It was just open paddocks and goalposts and a few all-marked lines on the field, and that's where we had Confro, and now it's this magnificent facility. So hopefully we'll have it back, not too quickly because I need a rest, but I think people will agree it's a it's a good place for a
like I
kick
said
kind of like this.
earlier in the middle of the day, middle of winter, how this is soft as his kick goes in the air. How many times have we seen this been peppering? The back three have been traumatised. Flies high now. There's Toby Bateman. He gets the offload.
Jackson Purdy following up there.
Doesn't know what to do with this. Kane Smith is still the last, and finally it's going to be Will Shears. Puts a kick in here. It's going to be grabbed on the far side there by Toby Bateman. Now we've got Bateman. He'll go into the fetal position. It's a high shot.
Accidental, I think. He's fallen into the tackle, but did get him high. And it's...
Well, they need to get to his feet because they don't stop the clock here, and he's going to get up and he's going to... the referee's going to say you're right to continue. As in the referee in a boxing ring, put the gloves out. You're right to go.
Just unfortunately, Smith coming in over the top as he is falling. You see that often watching NRL. It's a penalty every day. It wasn't meant to be. It's just unlucky.
Well, there's no grey area. If you hit the head, that's it. Whether it's intentional or otherwise, you just give a penalty. So it's not. But sir, I didn't mean it. No, but I'm not going to go through a.
I think he's going to have to come for a HOA, I'd say.
Who's taught these guys to fly? This is a great take. They play AFL up here.
No.
Incredible. And
to
gets the pass away.
The boys love a game of AFL because it's just fun. I think footy is their first love. Rugby league's their first love. But if you have a school AFL on, these boys always put their hand up.
There you go.
Have a bit of fun and a kick. But I don't know about Kobe Arthur, but he's doing a great job out there on the wing, Kobe. He's actually, he's probably one of the shorter players in the side. He's a quick player, but...
all four wingers have been exceptional on the ball.
Over this side, is it Rolly Huff on this side over here? No, he's wearing the 9. Is that him?
No, he's actually... I know Robbie Huff is the other winger, Ryder Huff, but he's not...
Ryder Huff,
not there at the moment, but he has been playing on the right wing, but at the moment that's been covered by Angus Gabriel. He's going to come towards Angus Gabriel. He's going to come for a chase through here. He's taken nicely at the back there by Kobe Arthur. And Kobe Arthur, well, he's having a whaler game here. Is Kobe Arthur?
Yeah.
Mistake-free footy.
We've had Kobe Arthur at school for a while, and he is a confidence player. He pulls off a couple of things like he has. He'll think he can do anything now. So it's great to see him play up-tempo brand, but. Still anyone's match, John. 7 minutes to go. So St. Pat's score next, like you said, it going for the 40-20. Not going to happen this time. It still gets a fair run with the ball down there, Matua Brown. Matua Brown, very talented player, and he's. I thought he might have been injured earlier in the week. I think he's actually looks like he's playing within himself. He's probably carrying a niggle there, John.
Some wheels.
He's another one in that under 19 emerging squad, so I think we'll see a lot more of Matua Brown in the future. Very talented young man.
Just come to the sideline and say you might be right there about that injury. That was Ryder Huff with the carry.
I think given the nature of the game, he did his best to get out there, but he may succumb to it, unfortunately.
Crowd's clapping every tackle here from the Patrick defensive line, and just as I say that, they didn't clap for that one. No, well, never mind. So here we go down the blind side. It's with Ashton Saunders, the try scorer. He gets within 5 of halfway. Might be 6 all over there on the far side. I could be wrong. Kick comes.
I need to find out a scorer there.
Tony Martin. Heat coming through now from Jack Biles. And Biles will pull him down. That's the 30-metre line. Oh, heavy contact. Just thrown to the floor, sir. Big shot from Aiden Lane, I think. It was Lane. Blindside they come.
That's Love, Levi Love.
He's been strongly attacking and defensive Levi. He's looking for a penalty, but play on, says the referee. Now it's with Kane Smith. Smith gets over the halfway line. Options either side. They come to this, the grandstand side, the packed grandstand side. There's Liam Doherty. Doherty, a well-known name in rugby league circles. I'm not sure he's related to the great Dohertys from New South Wales.
Western suburbs, back in the day. I'm not too sure. It's
good take at the back there by Toby Martin. Oh, Toby's just got absolutely hammered. And they're saying he might have knocked it on, but none of the officials agree.
I'm not too sure why the orange shirt sports trainers on the field there in the ruck probably causing more of a disturb. Oh, yeah, we're bringing one from the field.
We had a play on when he gets the offload. We had a team that's in purple. Their trainer actually had a purple high vis thing, and actually the player threw the ball back to him.
Yeah, I did see that. I had a word to Mark Bunting about that. Get rid of the purple.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it can't be the same colour as the
The level, yeah, the sports trainer there probably needs to exit the field, to be honest. We're trying to move away from that sort of carry on. Some of these guys think they're Alfie Langer.
It's the last play here. It's knocked backwards, so you can hear the crowd saying, "You beauty." That will be a change over on the 20-metre line.
It's looking better for St. Pat's, mate. 4 minutes to go, 10 points in the lead.
You got a feel for old Ryder Hutt. He's been outstanding at the back there for Cathedral, and he just comes up with an error that may take it away from his side. But 16-6, 4 minutes remaining.
Yep, Doherty come field. He's had a whale of a game, Doherty. Big DC Jones back on the field now. He's probably the biggest kid we've ever had in the side.
Lovely love with the carry.
Big boy from came in from Middlemount. Breed him big and tough out in the Central Highlands.
Jesse Jones.
Big
Matthew Watts probably deserves a try. Matthew Watts stands in the tackle. He'll play it a metre short. Goes himself, spins and turns. That's it. Try to, I think.
Held up.
Xavier Karras. So the referee saying held up. Thought he might have got over.
It's third tackle, I think she said. No, he actually dropped it, I think. There's a call from the referee. He's done a great job out there controlling the passions of these boys.
3 minutes remain.
That was just about curtains there, but Karras gets down low, and it's very hard to know.
I think it might actually rolled.
Yeah, okay.
Off, out of his hands and down towards his
She's in great position, so
yeah.
We respect that call.
Definitely. So 2.5 minutes remaining. The crowd's on the edge of their seat. They know they've got themselves a final tomorrow. 2 minutes 30, 16-6 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's the St. Patrick's home confro.
Get your tickets.
It was looking to, you know, when you organise these things, I mean, you want to put it on for the town and for the kids and to have everyone here come, but you secretly have a hidden desire for your own school to make the final, John.
Of course.
And is it too early for me to say that possibly that might? I'm not going to say yet. I'm not saying anything.
I think you're pretty safe, mate. As when he tries to put the toe in, he reaches out. It's going to be a knock on. I think you'll find from St. Pat's, and they'll go to scrum feed here, Cathedral, with less than 2 minutes to go. I've seen crazier things happen, but I don't think you have to worry too much here. Cathedral packed the scrum.
They're not rushing St. Pat's.
No, but they should. I mean, it's if the boot was on the other foot, how would you feel?
Yep.
You see the trainer coming on.
Get up. We need to play this
Might
out.
be halfback in Jackson Purdue, is it? And I want. Clock keeps going. That won't be the case tomorrow afternoon, Scotty. There will be stoppages. It's 30-minute halves. If I'm right. And we'll see Purdue resume play. Trying to give.
Yeah, it'll be 30-minute halves, mate, with time offs and.
We're still unlimited interchange.
Yes, mate. It'll be definitely unlimited at Confray.
Yep. All right. Let's see if they can make the scoreline look a little bit different. Kicks it over the top here. It's a foot race here. Looking for a regather. It's going to be tidy out the back there. And Kobe Arthur, hang on. I thought Kobe was going to run around that. They'll finish this set of 6 off.
Yeah, it'll be a great grand final. I wish we could. Probably can't get a look at the score. I think it's going to be Iggy Park. Looks like they're up 12-6 over there. So looks like St. Patrick's versus Ignatius Park. Grand final in the Shield. And that'll be a great game, mate.
Brother St. Brendan will take on Cathedral.
Yep, in the playoff for 3rd and 4th.
So get up and have a bit of a look at the referee. 2 tackles to go in the contest. Cathedral, they were strong. And it's going to be a St. Pat's home final. He'll kick that into touch here. That will be full time, and they've won this one. St. Pat's College, they'll go to the final. They'll take on what looks like will be Ignatius Park in the final midday tomorrow. Well done to Cathedral to make this semi-final. Just the one try to Ashton Saunders. And for St. Pat's, tries to Anderson, Arthur and Kerrich. And our full-time score is 16 points to 6. Well, we bid you good afternoon here from BB Prince Stadium. Thank you to all my co-commentators today here. Thank you to the Red Corner team for bringing us all the pictures around the grounds. And we look forward to your company on day 4, finals day of Confro 2022. We look forward to seeing you all then. Stay safe, stay classy. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much for your attendance today at Confro 22. Just a reminder on your way out, pop on over to the Volkswagen Kickoff, get your phone out, scan the QR code, buy yourself a ticket, support the carnival, that'll be fantastic.